Let's talk about what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You do have music out. Yeah. Chris Brown, the song we've been playing it. You Changed Me.
Chris Brown. I've known that young man since he's 15.
Mm-hmm.
What? Seriously?
People ask me about the feature because, like, sometimes you do records and a lot of times you do a record and you don't know the person. But I've known Chris since he's 15. Literally, like when we in Miami throwing huge party. Eddie
Run
Murphy.
It days?
Before that, like when he just getting started. Like me throwing a big party in Miami, me, Eddie Murphy, Colin Farrell, big party. Matter of fact, O.J. Simpson was at that party.
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was crazy when O.J. walked in that party because it was still fresh.
Yeah.
And people was like, oh, snap.
And he came partying?
Man, people was like, oh,
yeah,
snap, what is going on? And all the comedians rushed to the DJ booth. All the comedians, me, Chris Spencer, everybody rushed to the DJ booth to grab the mic to let people know because we had to crack the joke.
Yeah.
I said, oh, we got O.J., it's a killer party. We got O.J. in the house. Yeah. And then he ended up sneaking up behind us and, I hear your jokes. It was crazy. Anyway, that being said, I look out into the audience and they doing some kind of
dancing.
So who's them kids?
Crumping.
And the dude said, that's the new Chris Brown, the new Phenom. I said, well, I'm finna go challenge him in a dance.
Right.
Nah, sit down.
I said, yo,
Not
when they
today.
say you dance, I did some kind of goofy move. He just did a flip.
Yeah.
He just did a straight flip in front of, and it was crazy. The whole crowd was packed, so you had to appreciate.
The little dance circle. The dance.
It wasn't a circle, bro. We all like this, and he did the flip. So he didn't have the time to do that. He just went straight up in the air at 6'1", did the flip up here and landed straight down. I said, yeah, the contest is over.
Yeah.
So I've known him for that long. So when he got a chance to do this feature, I was like, I know the Chris Brown that comes to my house dancing with my sister who has Down syndrome. I know the Chris Brown who on Jimmy Kimmel, when we perform, walks in with his little daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I just look at you now.
Yeah.
Because I counsel him through the good, the indifferent, and things like that. And so it was great to see him, in that moment. I said, regardless of what people think, I said that moment right there is fly. So the song is not about that, but it's interesting to have that parallel.
Mm-hmm. You say you counsel him. How do you think he's grown from 15 to what he is now?
I'll tell you what it is. For one, no one can anticipate fame. Fame is the trickiest thing in the world. Now, when we was coming up, we didn't have social media. Mm-hmm. We didn't have the way stories are being put out now. And so when I talked to Chris or I talked to Tiger, August, they were all in my house one day. I said, listen, all I could tell you is that social media and some of the choices you make are going to sometimes compromise you as a person and as an artist, because when we colored outside the lines in the 90s, in the 80s, there was no one there to penalize us for it.
Right.
We're not perfect. Mm-hmm. And the fact that you guys are stars and are rock stars and are young, you're going to make mistakes. Unfortunately, they're going to be magnified a billion times. So what you have to do is, I tell them all the time, get somebody around you that got risk. Mm-hmm. Like whenever I'm around Charlie Mack,
you got stuff to lose.
You got stuff to lose. If you don't have anybody around you that ain't got nothing to lose, that's usually when you find yourself in a situation. And when it does happen, everybody back off from it.
Right.
I mean, I've had those guys come, and when they see me coming out the house, you see Chris telling August and Tiger, here you come, here you come, here you come. And they all standing like because they kids, man.
Right.
They're kids. And so when you're a kid, you're gonna make mistakes. And even now, at 47. You still make mistakes, and you're like, there's grown people in this business that make mistakes. Yeah. Unfortunately, when they do, it's just magnified more. So you try to give them what I had coming up. Mm-hmm. Quincy Jones, man, hey man, got to be careful, man.
Right.
So Michael Jackson, man, 54 million records, man. We had to keep our nose clean, man, because we didn't want to compromise the art, man. So when you listen to Quincy, you take that and you just pass it on to them. Because one thing that I do see in Chris and all these guys, they have extreme amounts of talent. Mm. But like I said, growing up in this time where everything is sensationalized and everything is a story, it's a little hard to navigate.